Now I'm just going to explain to you how to do a clean of this pond. For short-term cleaning, you can use the net. You can also attach the scrubber, give the bottom a scrub, remove any leaf litter that might be in the pond, and definitely clean the strainer that's going to the filter. They're things that need to be done on a very regular basis. The other thing that must be done on quite a regular basis is that inside this filter there's some sponge, and that sponge is just for collecting waste, sediment, any crap that might fall into the pond. So if you take that out and give that sponge a hose, and then also the inlets of the pumps will eventually clog up with leaf litter or anything that has managed to make it through the strainer. Now this strainer here should be filtering out leaf litter and stuff, but one way or another leaves and crap will still get into here. So we want to pull all of the leaves off the pumps so the pumps can easily flow. And then if you ever notice that the flow of the pump seems to be less, then you want to clean the impeller. And the way you clean the impeller is you pull the pump out, you take the guard off, you pull out the housing, you pull the impeller out, you clean the actual impeller itself, and you clean the housing that's inside where the impeller came from. Then you put it all back together again and put it back down in there. And cleaning the impeller is usually what will be required to make sure that it keeps pumping as strong. If you notice after a period of years it's not pumping as well. So now you've cleaned your pumps, and now you've cleaned your sponges. The next thing I need to teach you how to do is how to clean the actual pond. So this thing here is an auto top up. So this thing will keep the pond and the sump always full. So when we want to do a clean, the first thing we're going to do is turn off the auto top up. So the way we do that is this tap here, the blue one, we turn that tap off. So now there's no water going back into the sump. The next thing we do is underneath here. So this is a fine net. You can use that for scooping any leaves or crap that you might find in the sump every time you're playing around in here. Now just here, this one with the cable tie on it, you can take that off. That just pulls off the flexible part, and you push it down there. That's a drain. Then once you push that down there, you then come along to the tap, to the connection with the cable tie on it, and then you just turn that on again. So when you start this process, or when you move that, you just want to turn this off, so then you can take that off. Then once you've taken that off and you've jammed it inside that hole with that flexible pipe, you turn it back on. Now the water's draining from the sump into the drain, and you've turned that tap off so it is not refilling. Then the next thing you do is you grab your net and you go through and get out any leaves or any crap that might be in your pond. Once you're satisfied that you've done that, the next thing that you do is you put the brush on the bottom and you go and start brushing all the bottom of the pond. So it's really important that you dislodge all of that dirt that's on the bottom. If this job has not been done for a long time, this will be not so much fun. If it's done more regularly, you'll find that this job's not so bad. Also, you'll find that if you do this job in summer, it's quite a nice job. But if you do this job in winter, this will be not such a fun job. So, what's happening now is the water level will go down because the water will be getting pumped out into the drain. Now from time to time, you'll notice the pump start making a sound, and that means that the pump is pumping out faster then the water drains back in. At that point you need to turn the pump off, this one, let the sump fill up again, and turn the pump back on again. Because you'll find that as the water goes down, the water going down into this sump will become very slow. At the start it'll be very fast, at the end it will be very slow. So it's good to remove that grate so the water can go down as fast as possible. Then as the water starts getting quite low and you've been regularly stirring it up, during this whole process of cleaning the pond, normally I'll have these two off. As soon as I start cleaning the pond, the other two pumps go off. This is the only pump that I turn off and on. Otherwise you'll keep draining your sump too fast. Then when you get to the end, you're just going to sweep as much of the waste as you can down there. When you've finished that and this is now dry and you're happy that it's much cleaner, then you clean your sponges one more time. You clean the inlets to your pumps one more time. Then the next thing I'll do is clean my sump. And the way that I'll clean my sump is I will leave this pump going into the drain, and I will then turn on the auto top up, which means the sump will start filling up. Then when the sump is filling up, I'll be cleaning all this, and then all of the dirty water is getting pumped out to the drain. When I am happy that the sump is clean, I will then turn the pump off so there's no pumps running. I will connect the hose, which is currently going down the drain, and just put it back onto this outlet again. Then I will turn this back on again, which will then start filling the sump. Once the sump starts filling, I can then turn this back on, and that will run water back into the pond again and refill the pond. So that's basically everything that's involved in cleaning this pond. It's actually super easy to do. It just takes a little bit of time because you do need to man the sump going up and down. Super easy job. It's quite a nice job to do on a nice day. It's a crap job to do on a crap day. Anyway, I hope this helps.